And if she makes a mistake, just hit her in the side of the head.
I've started recording, thanks Mark.
That's all right. You can have that one.
Okay, we're going to the our storyboard here of the eTeaching website. So as you can see, we're looking at this as being the activity hub. It's a site and a wiki so that people can contribute to it. And I'm just going to pan out for a minute so I can get a picture of our great piece of work here. It's hard to fit on the screen, but there you go. So let's talk about the concept, and we'll start with the kind of overarching thing, which is about the relationship between CEIT and TEDI and this website. Okay, so we've got CEIT and TEDI, which we see as having a very synergistic relationship, and it's about the cross-fertilisation and cross-marketing for TEDI and CEIT. And as you can see by the middle of this site, we're looking at this site really as being a bit of a mouthpiece. See the mouth, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Okay, so coming out again, a lot of the site is about communication. So we're looking at communication as something that is all around the site. It's connected with everything that is going in and out of the site. So let me start perhaps over this side, talking about some of the linkages. So we've got things like Flickr feeds and YouTube feeds that would be coming into the site. That would be stuff that we've done, yes? Okay, we've got information, who's who and who's doing what, dissemination of research and practice outcomes, communication about what's on, and a big part of the site is about connecting and sharing. Okay, so that's where we come to our communities, and as you can see, we've got lots of ideas for communities here, and a lot of what they're about is practice and research, and we've got sort of a continuum idea in that some people might engage from a practice point of view and then go forward into research, and we may invite them into some of our research projects. Okay, so we've got our already established eLearning Power user network, which currently has about 68 members and should have a lot more by the end of this week. Our network for eLearning and teaching, which is our mentoring network. Special interest groups, for example, on things like e-portfolios, teaching spaces, virtual worlds, flip cams, mobile technologies, tablets, our Teaching on the Edge group, our breakfast series, and blogs that may be part of those communities that they might wish to set up. And we've got SBLI in there, which is linked to CBIT. So then moving across, we've got communication, things like podcasts, vodcasts, the ability for people to do RSS feeds, and we would actually showcase off these things on innovation, things that we've done, who's coming, teasers and trailers and so forth. So things to get people hooked into the site and wanting to come back. Our visiting scholars who would be contributing to those podcasts and vodcasts. We've got a feedback mechanism on the site. We're trying to push out ideas around innovation. We've got things like our teaching and learning grant outcomes being disseminated through the site, through things like the eLearning Expo and the vodcasts we do for those, the tip sheets, etc. Now going across over here, we talked about who are our audiences, and we felt that our main audiences were UQ staff and the global e-community. So then we wanted to think about what are our priorities for high visibility on the site. So obviously communication that is e-related for CEIT and TEDI is a high priority. Our communities of practice, our research outcomes, the tag cloud, the links to CEIT and TEDI, which would have a little rollover with a phrase or something to entice people to come along to our individual sites as well, and a search mechanism. Now, is there anything else that, oh yes, here we go, the CEIT website. Okay, so here we've got things like projects under development, and what we're envisaging there is that they would have linkages to the site, because from the eTeaching website you may find potential participants to feed into those projects, and from those projects on completion or whenever they're ready, we've got outcomes which could then be disseminated through the eTeaching website. The other aspects of the CEIT site that we currently have are the CEIT vision, etc., the people, and that would include the research fellows and external people, CEIT related news, and that's all we've got there at the moment. And over here, the TEDI website, which we have kind of divided into an OM-like situation, and on the one side we've got all the E-related TEDI type activities that include people like myself, Nick, Trish, and the new ERU team, whatever they're going to be called. And then on the other side we have the non-E related. So on the TEDI site, whoops, panning out, we've got things like people, our staff web pages, links to UQ Researcher, our vision, our particular projects and specialisation areas, and the Centre for Scholarship of Teaching. Okay, is there anything I haven't covered?
I think you've done it all.
I think I've done it all, and I think I've actually recorded it this time.
And if you haven't, I have.
And Helen has done a backup. So anyway, panning right out again, that is our amazing concept of the eTeaching website. Thank you.